Of Delray Beach, and I love Old School Square and the Crest Theatre. I'm sitting here with Melissa Carter, Director of Marketing and Public Relations for Old School Square, and we've known each other a little bit, but this is going to be our first intimate conversation.
Yes.
And I understand you have 3 venues now that Old School Square. That I've known about the 3 venues, but there are 3 that are going to be active this year?
Yes. 3 performance venues. We actually have 5 venues on site, which we can talk about in a little bit. But the 3 that you're referring to are the performance venues. And a lot of people probably have heard of the Crest Theatre. That was really how we started. That was the performing arts component of Old School Square when it was restored and turned into a beautiful cultural center back in 1990, and the Crest Theatre opened in 93. So we've been serving the community for quite a number of years, over 25 years, as a gathering place in the center and the heart of downtown Delray Beach. And I'm director of marketing and PR, but I'm also the arts has been part of my life. My entire life, I came up through the theater world and communications world. So I have a particularly, vested interest and a passion for the arts, like I know many of your listeners do. And so I'm always excited to talk about Old School Square.
Well, we had an event in March or April, Pride Month. We had Delray Pride
and that was in the Field House,
which was fantastic.
Yes.
I mean, it was just such a great venue.
It is a great venue, and this is, we're trying to get people to understand that where it is and that we're actually doing things in there. I think probably one of the most exciting things that'll be coming in for this season in the Field House is Jim Caruso's cast party. So Jim Caruso and Billy Stritch, who of course are Broadway veterans, and Billy's been here many times as musical director for many of the Broadway stars that we've had in our cabaret series over the years. And so Billy and Jim take their New York cast party on the road,
right.
And we're doing the Delray version. So, but the treat is going to be that the first hour, and this is in the Field House, which is going to be different, So it's kind of a club setting, and the first hour of the show will be Jim and Billy doing their thing, doing a great cabaret show performance, and then the second half will be local entertainment. So that's singers from around the South Florida area. So our artistic director, Matthew Farmer, is currently out there, talking to other groups. We're going to be partnering with the Arts Garage for one of them, and we're looking at some of the other local entertainment organizations and theater groups to partner with to bring that local talent in. So you just never know what you're going to get.
Well, we just had Cancer's a Drag, a magical musical tour, and I've never been involved in something like that. I don't mean drag, but a story, a show. And your staff was terrific, and the stage, good. I just saw the video. The stage looked great. Matthew's fantastic, and
the lighting's fun in there.
The lighting is great.
Yeah, I think our guys really have fun with the technical side of the Field House, because it's an old gym. It's a 1925 gymnasium, so everything in there is wood, and the beams are all there, and it's just a really cool space, and so they can have fun when they're lighting it, and they throw patterns on the floor, and they do all kinds of crazy things.
So tell us what's coming up.
So what's coming up? Well, in addition to what's happening in the Field House, which of course Cast Party will be there, our silent disco.
Love those.
Have you been to one yet?
I have.
Okay.
So the whole new concept.
Cool. It is. It's fun. Those DJs are up there battling it out for everybody's attention, and you're wearing the headsets, and if you walked into the room, if I walked into the room during silent disco, I wouldn't hear a thing.
My disco years were anything but quiet.
Well, other than people singing to the music, and maybe badly, which can be pretty funny. But, they're all wearing the headsets, and they're all color-coded to match the DJs. So that's always a fun night. And that's always the first Thursday of the month. But going into let's just say the pavilion, okay? The pavilion's the outdoor stage. Now, people might remember we used to do movies out there years ago. Yep. We do Free Friday concerts. So that's still happening. But what's new is we decided to start doing ticketed events out there. So they'll be gated, and there'll be hopefully a big tent outside. We're working on securing that. But if nothing else, their seating is all provided, and it'll feel like, a performing arts center. It's just under the stars. So,
sort of like that
800,
place in Boca.
500 to 800 people,
right.
Maybe more, depending on the show, see how the sales go. But there's some fun things coming into the pavilion outside. Mm-hmm. There's a few concerts coming in. We've got Occidental Gypsies coming, which is kind of a cool, it's world gypsy music, which can be kind of fun. And
I'm part gypsy, so...
You are.
Well, Greek gypsy.
Are you really?
Anyway.
Well, then you should like this one. One of the shows, actually, what's launching the pavilion ticketed events is Carols by Candlelight. And I really want everybody to know about this, because we are working with Wayne Nelson, who is a bass player with the Little River Band. And, of course, Little River Band plays around South Florida. Everybody knows them. Yep. They're so wonderful, and they're delightful to work with. Well, he came to us and wanted to start this event, Carols by Candlelight, which has been happening in San Diego for 27 years.
Now, a lot of people may know that about the Delray Beach Christmas tree.
Right.
But may not know that it is on the grounds of Old School Square.
Yes.
Great.
Exactly. So if you see the tree, you'll know you're in the right place for Carols by Candlelight.
I know it gets a little crowded.
It gets a little crazy. But this event is going to be headlined by Little River Band, Stephen Bishop, and Kim Carnes.
Wow.
And you're only looking at a $15 ticket. Or a $5 ticket for the kids. Mm-hmm. So the whole idea is community comes together in the spirit of the season. It's going to be amazing. They are going to be singing some of their pop, their hits, and they're also going to be singing select holiday songs. And we're raising money for local kids programs. Mm-hmm. So that's good. We've got Shanghai Acrobats coming in outside. That's going to be a great show. That's the next night. We've got the State Ballet Theatre of Russia coming. This is going to be an incredible show. And that's coming the day after Christmas. So, people look for things to do after Christmas. Okay, everybody's here. We've got the family in. What are we going to do? It's Monday. We need something to do. Everybody's off. So here you go.
There you go.
State Ballet Theatre of Russia. Later on, March, we've got Rhythmic Circus coming in. That's Feet Don't Fail Me Now. It's a phenomenal percussive dance show.
God knows I've said that a few times.
Absolutely. And then Shotgun Wedding, which is a New York City country band. That's pretty cool. That's a very sophisticated country, city country show. Their music is it's country, but it's sort of on the sophisticated side. Yep. I don't know how to... Anyway, they just are very hot. And then the Klezmatics. And for those who are opera fans or that sort of genre, we have Bravo Amici coming in.
So there's really something...
There is something for everybody in the pavilion.
Everybody.
Then we get into the Crest Theatre, which a lot of people know and love. It's our wonderful, very intimate space, 323 seats. The acoustics are superb in the Crest Theatre. All of our talent that comes in absolutely loves the theater because they have a great experience. They love being that close to the audience. And so we are doing our cabaret series, which has always been very popular for many years. And that's going to open with the wonderful Sierra, I hope I'm saying her name correctly.
Bogus. I hope I'm saying her name.
I hope so, too. She's opening the series. And then we have Debbie Gravitt, Jason Gra, Scott Coulter, and John Boswell, who are coming together for a show called Defying Gravity. So that will be following. That'll be in February. Leslie Odom Jr., the wonderful Leslie Odom. Well, I think that one is, pretty close to sell out, but it never hurts to check. He's coming in. Linda Lavin, of course, is a veteran performer. She's coming in. Billy Porter, another Tony Award winner, will be coming in. And so that's the cabaret series.
Wonderful.
And then we have a mixture of things. We have a lecture series that's really wonderful for people to check out. And we have some different things in the lecture series this year. Kobe Boykins, for instance, who is an engineer from NASA, will be coming. He's the one that was involved with the Mars exploration rovers. So, that kind of thing. We've got one of the premier underwater photographers coming, David Duboulet. That's going to be, and this is a National Geographic.
Right.
That David and Kobe Boykins through National Geographic. Also, for those out there who are into the extreme sports,
not me,
like professional ski mountaineering and all of that, we have Hillary O'Neill coming. She's apparently done every major peak in the world.
People who will know her.
Who will know her. Yeah. It's not I know, I'm not an extreme.
You have some great Broadway shows coming up at the Crest.
We do.
I mean, they're all great. I'm looking at them right now. Avenue Q, Beehive, the 60s musical. We weren't around then. We were just babies.
Yeah, we were just babies.
Pump Boys and Dinettes. I love it.
That's a great show, actually.
Xanadu, you're probably going to do that right.
Xanadu.
Yeah, there you go. It's got great music.
It does.
Neil Simon's Barefoot in the Park.
Yeah, nice classic.
Now, where do people get information about tickets and what's coming up?
Oldschoolsquare.org is the website. Everything is there.
Yep, it's a great website, actually.
Everything is there.
And tell us a little bit about Christmas and the holidays. You're changing things. I see some construction going on outside.
Yes, the museum is being painted, right. The Cornell Art Museum, which is our wonderful contemporary art museum, is being painted and re-roofed as we speak. So that's happening, and they're working their way around. We are owned by the city. Our property is owned by the city and the buildings, but we, not as Old School Square, are a nonprofit that runs all of the programming, and we're responsible for all the preservation of the buildings on the inside.
And when is the holiday tree going up?
The tree is actually they broke ground this week for the tree, so it takes them about 3 to 4 weeks to build it, and then the tree lighting is Thursday the 2nd, Thursday the 1st, whatever that Thursday is, right before the carols.
100-foot Christmas tree. I can see it from 95.
Yes, you can.
Yeah.
It's great. And you can walk inside.
I know.
And see all the animated displays on the inside.
I keep seeing the displays being painted off 95.
Oh, yeah. They're rolling in now on the trucks.
They're rolling them in.
They're rolling in. And the carousel will be out, and the little ice skating rink, and the putt-putt, and so all kinds of fun stuff for the kids.
Where do you see Old School Square being in the next few years? What's your vision?
Well, really our vision, and we have a new CEO, Rob Steele, who started a year ago. He's still here. He didn't leave us yet.
Maybe we'll talk to him one day.
We're very thankful for that. Rob's been doing a great job. We've all been working hard to help him get his bearings and educate him about the area and all of that. But he really has a vision that we all are excited about, and that is for Old School Square to become a true entertainment park. So over time, over the next year or two, you're going to see some landscaping improvements on the site, and some other things that really make it inviting for people to come and hang out, and we'll have seating and shade and all that, and really turn it into a park setting that people can feel comfortable just hanging out in.
Well, Old School Square was really the anchor of the rehabilitation of Delray Beach.
Yes.
And, I remember 15 years ago when I moved down here, people would say, don't go to downtown Delray Beach. And then overnight, it became the place to go.
Yes.
And I know you have classes that go on here.
Yes.
If you want more information, make sure to go to oldschoolsquare.org and get information about the Field House, Cornell Art Museum, the Pavilion, Crest Theatre, and your creative arts school. You have a great museum also. And I'll be seeing you at these shows for sure.
I hope so. You better.
Oh, no, I'll be here. I could practically walk here.
Yeah,
but,
that's good.
We've been talking to Melissa Carter, Director of Marketing and Public Relations at Old School Square. For more information, go to oldschoolsquare.org. Thanks, Melissa.
Thank you for having me.
My pleasure.